Hi again, my name is Ashley Middleton, as I explained before, and I'm a student at Grand Canyon University, and I'm talking about the access model for inclusion. Again, these questions are geared toward making sure that students are thought about in the planning process for each and every week of instruction where they're in general education classes, not just in the beginning, not just once a year at an IEP meeting. So when we look at it, we even have a chart that can be filled out. All right. Now, I have a master's in divergent learning. And when we talk about divergent learning and we talk about making sure that we have something that all students can do, what some students will do, and what a few students will do. Okay. That's differentiation. So when we're talking about the access model, they take a differentiation to a different, route or a different level. They're talking about what all the students are going to be participating in the general education curriculum. Then they're talking about how students with disabilities are participating and how students without disabilities are participating. Now, they are asking specific questions as to what supports are needed for students with disabilities to participate in the same lessons or in the same curriculum. And then it's asking who is going to do the planning necessary for those supports, who is going to prepare those supports, and how much time is going to be dedicated to that. And so you're having a team approach, not just the general education teacher is required to provide all these accommodations. These are the accommodations in the IEP. It goes beyond just supplying IEP accommodations. It's about a whole different way of planning so that everyone is included. So when we look at it, we see things like all students are, what are they doing in the lecture? Sitting in their seat, listening to the teacher, looking back and forth from the overhead projector, so you can tell it's a little bit old because it'd be smartboard, to their notebooks, writing key points of the lecture in their notebooks. Again, now that would be kind of updated for using, interactive slides, following along in the slides on the smartboard along with on their laptops. And then you notice under here, the target student, which is the student with disabilities or exceptionalities, is doing something alternate. And you have the what is alternate listed, like sitting in front of the room, that preferential seating, scheduled walk around breaks, frequent breaks. That's an accommodation IEP. Laptop or iPad for taking notes. Now, all students have a laptop or iPad in our district, so that wouldn't be something that's different. What might be different is that the notes are already shared with the student, and they're highlighting the notes using, the highlighter option on their laptop versus having to type into it or click and drag. I love me some interactive click and drag slides. All right, adapted writing software on the laptop and guided notes. And there you have it. And then you see what planning or preparation is needed. So here you have talk to the teacher about the desk location. You know, model up. Here we got some coaching happening. Modeling how to give the student breaks. Okay, the special department already have purchased a laptop or iPad. Loading specific software to the device. You don't know how helpful Grammarly can be until you use it, or a dictation one that will do text to speech to text, but also can read for the students. Different things like that you will need to know ahead of time. Also, you got the general ed students asking clarifying questions. You have the special ed student having an alternate with aided language board with science, vocabulary, and pictures. That use of a communication board is not just for nonverbal students. Who's going to create it? You've got a paraprofessional with a device from the classroom teacher and special education teacher. So you have all this stuff already in your planning mode. So it's helping to plan, helping you have success because you are planning for success. All right, look at this next column. We have the same format and we have what all students are doing, self-selected reading. And in here you have how they will listen and follow, and in the alternate you have how they will have a social story or task card. Again, it's how you're going to do things the same and how you're going to do things differently, but still get to the same end result. The key there is having that same end result. We want students to be included in inclusive classrooms, not just in the general education